UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart's film. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those 2 magical days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday, March 19th and 20th at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday to get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it and stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings on 68th and O.
Way out there where the sun comes up under the big red sky, I do life the way I love, with family by my side. I feel home with me, no matter where I go.
Proud of where we're from, excited for where we're going. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Happy Sunday. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos as always, and extra happy Sunday. As I'd imagine, a lot of Husker fans woke up across the capital city and across just wherever they may wake up in this morning and felt awfully good about the result of last night. Huskers dancing still in the Sweet 16. Husker men's basketball. Shout out to the women after they had an unfortunate end to their season after losing to Baylor. But a good run despite that. But the men still alive, still in it. And of course, shout out Husker Wrestling as well. They wrapped up their season, finished third overall at the Husker Wrestling Championships. Fortunately, did not end up with the national champion. Minto and Taylor both make it to the finals, but fall. But nonetheless, still a great finish, third place. And that's another year, back-to-back years where they finish ahead of Iowa, where Iowa finished in fourth place. Oklahoma State finished at second. And of course, the big-time favorite is always Penn State takes home first place. With that being said, though, we got one of our hosts, Tabrizi, joining us on the Allo VIP line, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Tabrizi, as you can imagine, I'm feeling fantastic this morning, but how's it going yourself?
I definitely feel better in Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that's listen, I haven't really had an opportunity to talk about the game yet. We had the post-game show last night. I was getting some sleep as soon as the clock hit 0 because I knew I'd be here in the morning. But I want your initial thoughts just of the wild finish, and Nebraska, who's never won a tourney game, has gone 2 in a row now and is headed to the Sweet 16 after you mentioned an electric finish over Vandy.
All right, so I want you guys to hear this from a perspective of an 8-year-old. Okay, so my kids were asleep. They didn't see the end of the game. They actually didn't watch any of the game. They were doing other things, but I showed a picture and said, this ball did not go in to my kids. And it's literally the ball is halfway down with 0.0 on the clock with the red lights on the backboard. I showed it to my kids, and I showed them the video. And what my 8-year-old son said in the sweetest, most innocent way, because he's only been to one Nebraska football game in Maryland, was, Nebraska has a basketball team?
Hey, fair.
And he meant that in the most innocent way possible, because to him, it's like the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Eagles, Nebraska, those are football teams. Well, America, Nebraska has a basketball team. And it's so sweet.
It's better than sweet, Haas. It's euphoric, some might say. And hey, no offense taken with the 8-year-old, because there's some grown adults around Nebraska who knew we had a basketball team, but they haven't really been paying attention. And hey, I'm not gonna, it was a whole argument of like, all right, do you take the bandwagon fans that weren't there before? Yeah, I don't care. Bring them all in. People are watching Nebraska basketball now. That's what matters. Haas, I wonder if I can find the text. I won't try to find it now because we're live, but I'm not kidding. When some of these texts were outlandish, people were wanting to kind of stiff arm some of the newer fans. But no, everyone hop in the wagon. Nebraska basketball is awesome. It has a program. And not only that, Haas, I mean, this feels sustainable. I think this is what different a lot of other years. You've had 3+ years now where Nebraska's won 20+ games. And really, if you look at last year, there was a cold stretch, but if they figure out a way to pick up 2 of those, this is 3 years in a row that this team's actually dancing. And now you're starting to get the results with it. And what a great way to punch your ticket to the Sweet 16 and make a statement versus a Vandy team who not too long ago just beat Florida by 17, the 1 seed that is favored to beat Iowa today. And I mean, that's the conversation itself. Do you want Florida or Iowa?
You know Iowa's going to win. You just know it's going to happen.
I mean, Haas, you're not a Nebraska fan, but it's been a big well, I shouldn't say that. You're not from Nebraska. You're a Nebraska fan now for certain. That's been a real conversation. We're already there. Would you rather see Florida or Iowa?
Iowa, 100%. You want to beat the crap out of your enemies.
I love that answer. I'm in the same mindset. I think, A, you get the 1 or the 9 seed. You get the lower seed. And also with Iowa, I don't think it's a team that you need to be scared of. I think you'll lick your chops if you see them pull off an upset versus Florida, knowing that you know how to beat them. You've done it once. You lost the first one, but in the first one, you couldn't have played much worse, and you still just barely lost that game. I think that's the right attitude to have, is that you salivate over the opportunity to give it to Iowa one more time to put an end to their season.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a punt fest and a field position battle. So it will definitely be who everyone in Nebraska should be rooting for today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. March Madness. It's we obviously got it on the brick and mortar now. So if you're listening to us, that means you found the stream or the ticket app. Which congratulations, tell your friends if they're looking for the signal. You can always navigate them there. But it's going to be a great day of basketball. I'm pumped for it. Haas, how's your bracket holding up? I'm assuming you make a bracket every year.
So I haven't made a bracket in a couple of years just because it ruined how I experienced the tournament. So
you can't
I'm
make
good.
the bracket.
You get older, you get wiser. You don't care. You just want to enjoy basketball.
If you make the bracket, it will not allow you to enjoy the basketball being played. You're that locked into having. Nope. All right. Well, teach me. Fair enough. I guess depending on what kind of bracket pools you're in, I'm usually not in there gambling really any money away. So I'm usually pretty cool and nonchalant about it. But with that being said, what's caught your eye then? Since I won't ask you for your bracket busters since you didn't fill
Hold on. There's no money involved. There's no money involved. It's just me using too much of my juju on things that don't matter. Hey, God, can you make this 12 seed win? Oh, hey, God, can you make this 15 seed win? Yeah, no, let's use those wishes for better things than just March Madness.
All right. Hey, fair enough, Austin. I'm not going to bash you for not filling out a bracket, although it does catch me off guard a little bit. Give me your biggest surprise then. What has caught your eye so far through this March Madness run?
I mean, High Point was pretty exciting to watch. That was fun.
I couldn't believe Wisconsin falling apart so early. I totally bought into the Boyd and Blackwell duo tandem. Just being able to go nuclear at least until maybe the second round. That is one of my quote unquote bracket busters. Didn't have them in the Final Four, but really surprised by Wisconsin, who's one of the hotter teams, to get exposed by High Point, and a guy who had 0 field goals the entire season gets 2 points on that crucial layup to win it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Siena just dominating Duke for as long as they did, and then they thought not subbing was a good idea, and it worked for about 38 minutes. But when you're gassed, it doesn't really work. You got to sub people in college. Even you see coaches subbing at the 12:06 mark right before the TV timeout just to get their players an extra 2-3 minutes of break. Not subbing. I mean, it's a thing. It's a bold strategy, Cotton, but it didn't work.
Yeah, that one was unreal. I couldn't believe that was a game where I can't remember where I was at. I didn't have my full eyes on it. And then I got to the second half towards the late and you started to see them slip. And one of the producers that was in here was telling me like, yeah, none of those guys have been on the bench at all. It was unreal. And then of course they didn't look the part. They didn't look like they had the wheels to finish. And did that change your mind on Duke at all of being a real favorite? That was the most picked champion if you're looking at the bracket pools as far as ESPN's bracket.
If you're as old as me, you'll remember how UCLA and Tyus Edney should have lost on a Sunday in the second round, and then they go and cut down the nets. So sometimes having that friction and adversity early makes you refocus because you were almost there. You almost should have lost, and you will do anything possible to not get there, knowing that you should have been there.
Okay, fair. I'm with you on that. I haven't lost faith in Duke. I was definitely scared. I thought they were going to a good chance to drop that game versus Siena, but I didn't pick them as my champion, but I do still have them going quite far ways, and I'm not overly worried with them. The other thing that's catching me off guard, and I hate to admit it, Texas basketball is doing a hell of a job. They're the only double-digit seed left, the 11th seed, and I don't know how many people had that on their radar, but Texas is playing some of their best basketball right now, and they have an opportunity. I don't think it's like a long shot either, as that only double-digit seed left to make quite a bit more noise before they're on the way out. I think it's Arkansas, who they have up next. I'll have to pull up the bracket here real quick and see. But thoughts on number 11, Texas?
They had 2 good wins against 2 good schools. And with that, so Gonzaga, and then it was a 6 seed that they beat. With that, BYU. 14 losses. BYU, that's right. 14 losses and the Sweet 16 is not a common theme, so that's pretty cool for Texas. But the games they played in the SEC, you could say, is harder than the NCAA tournament. So,
Yeah, fair enough. And I look it up. Texas, they will have Miami or Purdue, which is playing right now, actually, and that's the one on our brick and mortar. It's 40-38. Miami leading over Purdue for a chance for an upset at half, and that'll be a good one right there. Looking through everything.
Miami's all about surprising people in the playoffs, I guess, because if you said how hot is Purdue and can you name anyone on Miami, you're going to go with Purdue in that game. Obviously, that's why you play the game.
Hey, you're right about that. I didn't even have Miami making out of the first round. I liked Missouri. I thought Missouri was heavily underrated, and they worked Missouri. It was 80-66 was the final score on that one. So Miami maybe catching people off guard here. A lot of everything else, though, pretty much chalk. There hasn't been a whole lot of chaos outside of a few exceptions there. And do you think this is the pattern that we're going to start seeing? You heard it a lot last year after it was a pretty close to chalk finish, that in the era of NIL, the days of seeing those mid-major programs create a ton of chaos and get further than the round of 16 or Elite Eight are kind of in the dust outside of maybe we'll get one, generationally. But for the most part, a lot of that's going to be out of the way, and we're going to see Power 4 schools pretty much dominating from here on out. Are you buying into that narrative with the fact that NIL is a bigger part of college basketball than it is today?
Until next year, when something completely different happens.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. Because, again, you go look at a team like High Point, Miami, Ohio, say what you will. I think just tough luck for those guys. You look at Tennessee, who they lost to, and by a significant margin. But Tennessee, not a good three-point shooting team all year. They played Miami, Ohio, and they looked like the best three-point shooting team in the entire country, which it happens. It happened 2 years ago when Nebraska played Texas A&M. Wasn't a team that was supposed to be able to shoot the ball really well, and they were lighting us up from three. So sometimes it just breaks out that way. I'm not fully there yet. I think we'll still see those mid-major conferences break through. If you can keep a group of older guys together, you got a real shot there. It's tougher to do now because they'll try to kind of pluck your best players, especially when they get older. But I still think, that's not dead in the water. That you'll see some of these smaller universities, especially in the game of basketball. I mean, I think they're talking about Tanner for Vanderbilt being under-recruited. I mean, that's clearly a guy who's an absolute stud. Those guys exist everywhere in basketball. So I think enough of them, they'll still kind of fall down through the cracks. Some of these mid-majors, I don't think we're in an era where it's going to be Power 4 from here on out.
Hey, JMU won a national championship in football. So just you never know what's going to happen. And I'm aware that was Indiana. But the point I'm trying to make is who would have thought Indiana football, who had pretty much JMU's team, going to go and destroy everyone the way they did. They didn't just beat them by 1 or 2 points. They literally manhandled all those teams. So anything's possible.
So does Nebraska kind of is it destiny that Nebraska is going to be the Indiana of basketball?
It's really hard when, the question is, how many people are going to Houston? Because if Nebraska has to play Houston and Houston, obviously that home court advantage that Nebraska just had, that might change.
Well, we'll see. I mean, you got to hope for Illinois to pull off the upset, and then you get another Big Ten conference opponent. If Nebraska, of course, they got to win, right? Nebraska has to be Florida or Iowa, whoever it is. But if they end up, advancing to the Elite Eight, and there's a good chance there's going to be Houston sitting there as the host as well, that's going to be a tough battle. I think the Husker fans are still going to travel, but it's going to be a lot more competition. No offense to Vandy, but they weren't necessarily buying up a whole lot of seats away from Husker fans to take. So it definitely mattered quite a bit there. But I'm not so sure if Houston's going to be able to take down Illinois. In my bracket, I do, but Illinois is a frisky team this year. And Wagler kind of cooled off towards the end of the year, but they have moments where they look like the best team in the entire country. And then they'll have certain moments where, you go look at that first time Nebraska played them. I thought it was a good game back and forth, but it was a wildly different looking Illinois team than when we saw them the second time around when they played us at home. And they seem to have a really good idea on how to attack Nebraska. Illinois versus Houston, I think that one's today. Or excuse me, no, that one's a ways off yet. That one's not till the 26th.
That's the Sweet 16, yeah.
Yeah, Sweet 16.
So, obviously, you want to root for the Big Ten in both those games. When you talk about brackets, you're trying to figure out who my Final Four was. And when they were doing Selection Sunday, we talked about, hey, who should be the one, Houston or Florida? And on the Breeze on Sunday, before they even played the games, I said, they'll give Florida the 1, but they'll put it in Houston's bracket, and they'll put Houston as the 2 in Houston, which means they're the 1 seed anyway. Like, getting a home game for an Elite Eight game is totally unfair. That's why it's chalk in women's basketball. The difference in women's basketball and a 1 and a 16 is so significant, but doing it on your home court is even more significant. And so the home court advantage for Houston, it's going to be really tough for a Big Ten team to go and all the way down to Houston and win that game.
Yeah, 100%. And Sampson's got that place absolutely humming. There's going to be a lot of excitement for this Houston team, and I think there's a lot of Houston fans that think this is their year, and I got a good argument for it. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely insane for Illinois to try to take over or try to beat Houston. And then when Houston, if they make it through in that Elite Eight game, I mean, just good luck. Whether it be Nebraska, Florida, Iowa, or, if Illinois is able to pull off the upset in the Sweet 16 earlier, then we'll have to wait and see. But, man, it's just strange, Haas. I'm looking at this bracket and just seeing Nebraska's name 3 times on here. It just feels bizarre. When the season started, I mean, be honest, what do you think the real expectations of this Nebraska basketball team were? So I know you started to pay attention a lot more. Well, really, since you started hopping onto the ticket, Nebraska basketball is one of those teams you've kept an eye on.
What was their preseason prediction for the Big Ten?
Third last. I think they were like 16, 15.
Not second, right?
No, definitely not second.
And when you look at Nebraska, this is going to come off the wrong way, guys, but I coach basketball. Nebraska looks like a golf team. So with that...
Whoa! They do. I get what you mean.
Hey, it's just, I mean, that's what they're saying to themselves. So relax. Relax. They look like a golf team.
Yeah.
And this golf team is outsmarting, out-hustling, outworking, and doing all the little things right. And with that, anything's possible. Like the offensive rebound that Hoiberg got is just an example of who they are. Like, there's no business the smallest guy on the court jumping that high, going over everyone, and finishing on that shot. There's no business. But he did it. And he did it like he's going to do it every time. It wasn't like, I can't believe he made that shot. It's, damn, he made it look really easy.
Yeah, I don't know what... I got to figure out what that guy's workout plan was. That's all I'm saying. He is such an athletic player. You saw it a lot throughout the game, whether it's him on the quick twitch where he gets the offensive rebound and the putback, you get the gritty stuff there. It's also the acceleration. There's so many times this year where teams just don't respect his speed, and he'll just catch guys off the dribble, and then his ability to finish amongst the trees is really incredible when you consider he's sitting just barely under 6 foot. And I like I said, I don't know what he all did. He shouted out his identical brother, Charlie, a lot for kind of helping him with his confidence. But yeah, this version of Sam Hoiberg is incredible. And it's also not just him, but you see the grittiness with everyone. That was Berkay Bear-Utenjel's best game of the year. I mean, he started off hot. You know the game's going to go great when the very first 3 of the game is from Berkay and he drills it. It's nothing but net. And then throughout the course of the game, he had multiple, really clutch buckets, but at the same time, he was just a pest. Like defensively versus a team like Vandy that's going to try to throw you around. Berkay played phenomenal, and it was more of the little kind of gritty things that aren't going to get noticed unless you go back and watch the replay or go back and watch, the full rewind of the game with the commercials cut. Just an awesome game from Berkay Bear-Utenjel, and I should pull up his box score because I wonder what his plus minus was. I'd imagine. Well, they're not going to have that on ESPN, of course. But here's the stats and give you at the very least. So he was 12 points, but he shot 5 of 6 from the floor. He was 2 of 2 from 3, and he gave you 4 rebounds, 1 assist. And again, he did some stuff that's just not going to be recorded on the stat sheet, where he's really good at just sealing guys. If you notice, say, for instance, I referenced Sam Hoiberg and his ability just to put the ball on the deck and, drive right past people. Well, Berkay sees that about every time, and he's really good at sealing guys off. But then you just look at the team as a whole. Haas, I don't know if you realize how good these guys shot yesterday, but Nebraska as a team shot 56% from the floor as a team, and they shot 47% from three. And then they only had 10 free throws, and they shot 70% there. Couldn't have probably played better at basketball than they did that game outside of maybe on the rebounding battle. I'd imagine this is exactly what you want to see for a Nebraska basketball team that's playing some of their best basketball right now. The offense is clicking. Burke Jill had a great game. Price Sanford's doing Sanford things. Hoiberg's got to click in. The only guy who maybe had a rough game yesterday was Cale Jacobson, but even he had some good moments in there.
The pass by Mass at the end of the game, backdoor, underneath, pulling defense out, that was huge. The thing that I need to correct you on is you said Sam Hoiberg's fat.
Yeah.
Sam Hoiberg did a race against most of the players in NCAA. He would not win. Sam Hoiberg is...
Can I say he's quick twitch?
No. He is just super smart. No offense to him. He knows where to be at all times. And the play that he made that no one talks about is the last possession on defense, not the half-court heave that almost went in. The one before that, where Nebraska went up 2, he went and brought the offensive player all the way down to the left and held him up so his teammate could come in and help, and didn't foul. And so with that, then Nebraska goes on a fast break. But that was him with his chest and with his right positioning. He was quick enough to guard someone who's quicker than him, but because he's smarter and knows how to, he was able to do the right thing. I will say there's people that are way quicker than him that are always in the wrong place. Because guess what? If you drive the wrong way 100 miles per hour, you're going to be lost. This kid knows where he's going all the time. And he's just so smart and instinctively knows where to be. And because of that, he anticipates so well, just knowing how other players play, that makes him that much quicker.
Nothing you said there was wrong, and the only thing I'll push back on that he's an athlete. I know what you mean. It's his ability.
He can clean the top of the glass. He can literally probably go touch the top of the backboard. I am not taking away from his athleticism. I just want everyone to know that he is the top number 1 intelligent person in NCAA.
No, I'm not going to disagree there. Absolutely not there. I think you're right. His ability. I don't know if he finished leading steals in the Big Ten. If he didn't, he was very, very close to doing so.
They said in the game that he was number 1. He led the team in the Big Ten in steals.
Okay, so there you go.
So they said it on the broadcast. Obviously, he's always at the top for Nebraska in rebounds. If you look at box scores, he's always near the top. Whether he has 5 and other people have 5, he is always up there. So, and then most of the time he leads the team in assists. And then, hey, guess what? If you need him to blow by people, he does that with ease. The amount of times he blew by people left-handed yesterday just allowed Nebraska to go and clean up and finish when he didn't finish. Mm-hmm. He usually finishes. He missed a couple yesterday, but so what? That penetration is crucial.
Oh, 100%. You saw Rink Mass, I think on a couple of them, able to clean it up, but it was just because he cleared the way. And unfortunately, he maybe missed the layup, but at the same time, it's clearing up the way, like he's getting that penetration. Sam Hoiberg is no longer an unsung hero. He is the sung hero, and rightfully so. What he does is incredible. Also, from the text line here, we got Don chiming in saying Frager is coming in clutch. Yeah, absolutely. Frager, it's so good to have a Nebraska native, a Lincoln native, not only commit to your team, because a lot of times you just don't even commit to Nebraska, and I get it at one point in time, but commit and have this type of success. And then to be the guy who makes the basket to give the Huskers the lead off to a really good pass by Sanford, and like you said, a good defensive play by Hoiberg on the other side to allow that fast break opportunity. What do you see in a Fager's game? Because if Nebraska can keep him, he's going to be a guy that a lot of people are looking forward to for years.
The finish with his left, the soft touch, the kiss off the glass. It was a Jordan-esque move, and to finish it with 2 seconds left, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Don, who should Danhausen curse in the NCAA tournament? in order for Nebraska to win? Yes, we're combining wrestling, WWE wrestling, with March Madness. That's what we do on the Breeze. Who should Danhausen curse for Nebraska to have a clear path to the Final Four?
I love it. Don, you want to answer that one? We'll throw it to break right now. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, we got Haas Tabrizi. He's on the Allo VIP line where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Harrison Arns back at the Ticket Studios. Still got 2 more segments. This is The Breeze. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. 93.7 The Ticket.
John just tried Runza's new Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger with its sweet heat bacon jam, pepper jack cheese, bacon, and cream cheese.
Whoa, this burger's like totally...
What?
You know, boom, 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 boom.
Not sure I'm getting it.
It's totally jammin'?
Ah, I see. Well, don't jam with your mouth full. Try the Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get 1 half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney location. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, We're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
John just tried Runza's new Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger with its sweet heat bacon jam, pepper jack cheese, bacon, and cream cheese.
Whoa, this burger's like totally.
What?
You know, boom, 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 boom.
Not sure I'm getting it.
It's totally jammin'.
Ah, I see. Well, don't jam with your mouth full. Try the Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in The Breeze. Harrison Arens on the ones and twos. Haas Tabrizi streaming in as we continue to enjoy just a wonderful Sunday as Husker Hoops still in the dance. Got their ticket punch to the Sweet 16. We'll be playing in Houston. With all that being said, Haas Tabrizi, let's get to the text line. Don had an answer for you, and then a little bit of an extended answer. He said, quote, so we need Titus O'Neil to get cursed by Danhausen for getting to the Elite Eight. Then it looks like Booker T needs to not accept the gift card from Danhausen for that Houston curse to get to the Final Four.
Ooh, a Florida and a Houston reference. Love it. Way to go, Don.
You know Don's on top of his game. You ask him a question, he's going to give you something great.
Well, maybe perhaps Seth Rollins shows up and he wins, cashes in Money in the Bank, and then gets cursed as Iowa wins today against Florida. How about that, Don? All right.
I was processing. I just the whole Iowa thing. I don't know where I feel on Iowa yet. I want them.
Seth Rollins is from Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gave a Titus O'Neil Florida reference and Booker T Houston reference. So it's a little bit of a Seth Rollins.
I didn't realize he was a Iowa guy. So there you go. That makes a lot more sense.
He's a Chicago guy. He's a diehard Chicago guy. He used to have the saddest tweets all the time until this year.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's been a good year for Chicago. If we're not talking about Bulls basketball.
Yeah. I want to talk about basketball. The Lakers drew up 2 really good plays at the end of the game last night. And I don't know how. I know why. But Luke Kennard was wide open and buried a 3 with less than 1 second left on the clock. It was a great play call by J.J. Redick. He had Kennard on the right side. He had 3 people across the free throw line, outside the 3-point line, and then had Austin Reeves at the top of the key. And pretty much people followed LeBron or Luka, and they switched on to Luka and left Kennard wide open, and Kennard buried a wide open 3. It was a great play call.
Yeah, I've never been against J.J. Redick as a coach. And Luke Kennard how long has he been in the NBA for? He's been just that sharpshooter forever, wherever he's gone. I want to say when he was on the Pistons, he had a really good run there. But where are you on?
Yeah, but he could be an 8th-year senior right now if he wanted to stay at Duke.
There's that. Where are you at on the Lakers' chances to win the NBA Finals? Because I'm out. I like the Lakers. I think they're good this year, but I'm sorry.
There's no way they could beat the Spurs or OKC.
Okay, so you're on the same boat as me.
So there's no way, but for them to win 9 in a row and the way they've been doing it is really impressive. They found a way to let LeBron play a little bit here, play a little bit there, hide his defense, hide Luka's defense.
Did you see him dive for that ball, though, Haas Tabrizi?
He's what?
Did you see him dive for that loose ball, though? He's putting it all on the line. What are you talking about?
He's not the superstar anymore. He's a role player, so he has to try. It's amazing.
I got nothing against LeBron, but it drives me nuts every single time I see these tweets. The one he had, I can't remember who they were playing. He dove across the floor for a loose ball. Great play by LeBron James. Scraped up his knee, but it's always like, at the age of 42 or 41, LeBron, I'm like, I don't care. Like he's in the NBA. He's expected to do those things. Just because he's got an age on him now doesn't mean he has to do those things. He doesn't have to do certain things on the court. I think he's a great player. I always get a little bit annoyed by let's slap his age on the end of every play he has now, because that just adds to the narrative. It's like, we all know he's old. It's incredible what he's doing, but it's expected. I mean, if you're playing in the NBA, I'd imagine that you're still good to go. So diving on the court shouldn't be necessarily groundbreaking. Like I said, it's not really against LeBron. It's more just the narratives around LeBron get me more than anything else.
Enough about LeBron. Who cares? So Luka picked up his 16th technical yesterday. I really hope they find a way to rescind it. They go and play the audio and realize that the other dude said something in Serbian that was inappropriate, and then that made Luka do what he did. So if they don't rescind it, I had to look it up. Who do you think has had the most technicals ever?
Draymond?
I thought so too. He always stopped at 15.
PJ Tucker?
So in the modern era, it's Dylan Brooks and Luka. Dylan Brooks had 16. Luka has 16 right now.
Brooks,
rescind it.
Should have been able to guess Brooks, but go ahead.
And then after that, it's the ball don't lie. Rasheed Wallace with 41 before they instituted if you get 16, you're going to be out for the next game.
41's a hell of a number. I don't think we'll ever see those numbers again. Yeah, I think they'll rescind it. I feel like they're pretty active when it comes to rescinding those, that they don't feel like it's super necessary. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with Luka. He doesn't do himself favors sometimes by whining and complaining to officials, and he'll get some texts that maybe aren't deserved, but he's also not creating the best rap. I don't feel like officials enjoy officiating him very much all the time, because he is starting to become one of those guys that complains every time.
I mean, I don't know who's harder to watch, him, SGA, or LeBron.
They're all tough.
But the thing about it, let's be real, Luka is more skilled offensively than all the players I just named.
Yeah.
No. Luka is more skilled offensively than all those players I named.
SGA's tough. I'd like to see SGA play a game without trying to draw contact on every shot he takes, and I'd have a better answer for you. But SGA plays a very foul bait heavy game, and hey, if the refs are going to give it to you, I guess take it. But yeah, from what I've seen, I'll roll with that. I think Luka has shown the most. He's starting to get into a little bit of the foul bait territory himself. But go ahead with that statement.
I mean, he foul baits but gets fouled. He baits the defender to foul him. SGA baits the ref to call it. It's a difference.
Yeah, I try not to be an SGA hater, quote unquote. I'm not the biggest fan of watching Thunder basketball games. People say it's just because I'm a hater and I don't like SGA for whatever reason. I don't know who, other than Thunder fans, likes to turn on the Thunder games and watch them shoot as many free throws as they do and watch them flop as much as they do. It's not enjoyable. It's one of the reasons why I think Jokic is one of the more fun players to watch, even though he's starting to kind of get into that as well, because you just watch everybody else around him. So, yeah, I agree with you, Haas. I'm just trying to be light because I feel strongly about when I watch Thunder basketball, and in particular when I hear the MVP conversation and when Jokic didn't get it, I kind of lost my mind. I thought that was ridiculous. But you know what? Shout out SGA. He's a great player. But, yeah, there's a lot of that going on. That's just my 2 cents. Yeah. So I don't know how we got on that subject there. But I was talking about the Lakers' final chances runs. And I do think you're right. I don't think the Lakers are going to be good enough to beat the Thunder. Definitely not the Spurs. Who do you like in the West right now? If you had an outright pick.
DP would always say the champ's still in it until they're out. The Spurs have destroyed the Thunder this year, though. So that's the only thing that makes me hesitate, because the way that the Spurs have played against the Thunder, they deserve some respect.
I'm thinking might be Spurs too. I don't want to take it away from the Thunder too early, but Victor Wembanyama, there's not a whole lot of X's and O's you can do to stop it, and that was shown the last 2 times they played OKC.
Yeah,
any chance
they have the X factor. They have the secret weapon. They have the guy that could beat them.
What's the X factor? De'Aaron Fox?
No, Wemby.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, obviously Victor Wembanyama, the X factor, but I do like De'Aaron Fox down there. It's a great fit. Any chance for the
Nuggets? They got a lot of. I hate the Spurs. Lakers fans hate the Spurs. They were gifted so many things. They were gifted David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Wemby, Castle. How the heck did the Kings just give them De'Aaron Fox? Like, seriously? Seriously?
Well, hey, we got to go to break here, but this is a good one. Shout out to Crowbait on the text line. Speaking of the Thunder, Haas, I don't know if you saw the news, but the Paycom Center, where the Thunder play and where Nebraska basketball played yesterday, there has been a new record, an audible record, a decibel record at 116.5 is the highest decibel level inside the Paycom Center. That beats out the Thunder's record of 112. And that was
I didn't know you could yell "Go Big Red" that loud.
I didn't know either, but apparently we can yell it louder than when OKC won the NBA Finals.
It's not a shocker. The Maryland-Nebraska game that I was at, the Nebraska section that we had, it was very loud.
I was impressed by it. I mean, again, I know we're kind of repeating ourselves here, but you know, I've been to games here at the Vault this year, and it's a great environment. But there is a lot more sitting in that one. Like, nobody sat down the entire time, which was great. I applaud that. I want to say it was like 80% of the crowd stood the entire game. But just kind of blown away by how many people were going to go there, and not just go there, but be loud and refuse to sit down. And even when it got a little bit tight there, they kept their energy in it throughout the entire game. I was expecting a lot. I was still blown away. And to read that they broke the decibel record at Paycom Center is absolutely incredible. And Haas, I'm going to play this one more time. We got to go to break, but I just like reliving this. So we're just going to go ahead and play this out. Again, this is the final of the Nebraska versus Vandy game from last night. And there's not a whole lot of other ways to end this segment here. So Haas, I'll let you preview what you want to talk about in segment number 3. And after you do that, I'll go ahead and hit the recap of last night.
Let's have a texter tell us what to talk about.
All right, texters, you can tell us what you want to talk about. If you want to talk more Husker Hoops, feel free to do so. But in the meantime, here is the ending fantastic finish. Nebraska versus Vandy in the last 2 crucial plays of the game.
Final 8 seconds. Fred Hoiberg's going to let him play it out. Frager! 2.2 to go. And this place is in a frenzy.
Now watch the half-court pass and the pass in the midst of the air from the man that catches it deep.
Vanderbilt, no timeouts. Half-court heave. Oh! Tanner hit it out.
question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved, because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros, because we tread differently.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Dio Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Dio Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diotech online at diotech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrapping things up, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, Haas Tabrizi on the Allo VIP line, and we got some options here, Haas, to wrap up with. Shout out to texters. This one from Don. Don's got a list. All right, this might take us to the end of the show. He says, NFL out of the division winners, who doesn't make it back to the playoffs? He also has NCAA basketball, men's basketball. Is your Final Four still intact? If not, which of the upsets isn't an upset in your mind? Or WWE, is Danhausen going to be the replacement to Ron Cena / R-Truth, who is looking to be retiring soon? There you go, House. You got 3 options to pick from.
I mean, we could try to tackle them all. So first off, for Danhausen, we talked about it last week on the Breeze. We need Dan Truth, R. Hausen, whatever group you want to call it, but we need them together on TV. I know they're going to build it up. They just gave our Truth the tag team titles, but we need Danhausen to curse Damian Priest and then fill in for Damian Priest and have them be the tag team champion.
I like it. Let's get to
number
now, 2. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
The number 1 seeds are still in it. I think Iowa's going to win today. But I had, without making a bracket, Houston, sorry, Nebraska. I would love for Nebraska to come out of the South region. Duke, Arizona, and who's the third one?
Michigan.
It's not Florida. And Michigan. Those are the Final Four teams that are supposed to be there. And I'm aware Florida. Everyone thinks Florida's supposed to be there, but they're not going to be there. I know they're the champs, but a revenge game for Houston and Florida if that happens. I think it's going to be Iowa, Nebraska, and then Nebraska, Houston. But Final Four looks fine right now. There hasn't been that much madness.
Yeah, no, I looking at the brackets just in the ticket pool. Shout out all the ticket listeners that joined it. Everyone, even if they started off bad, still sitting pretty. I mean, a lot of the teams that most people selected for the Elite 8 Sweet 16 are still pretty much intact for the most part. Escape the scare with Duke. That definitely would have shaken things up a lot more. But from my eyes, I think just about everything's all right. And then the final one, he asked NFL out of division winners who doesn't make it back to the playoffs.
For those of you that make brackets in the future, you like to be right and pick an upset. Obviously, getting a 14, a 15, an 11, I wouldn't throw a 15 in there, but having a 4, a 5, or a 6 lose, that happens. It always happens. 5s often lose the most. But typically, that makes it easier for the 1s and 2s to go further. So if your Sweet 16 doesn't have all the 1s and 2s, it's okay to have one of them eliminated. You're still going to be successful if you go chalk. I'm just telling you from experience. The only time that it really didn't happen was Wisconsin was an 8 seed. North Carolina was an 8 seed. I think this was in 2000.
It was 20. I don't know what you said. I thought you were talking like 2014 with Frank Kaminsky when Wisconsin played Duke.
Yeah, there's that one. But there's a time, maybe that was it when they were, that was only 11 years ago.
It was a big upset. I can't remember who Wisconsin upset, but Wisconsin was definitely not favored to be there.
There was a time when there were some 8s in there with 1s, and when 8s are there with 1s, that means 8s beat 1s as well. So, all right, from the NFL, well, what's going to happen with Mahomes? So that's a story. So how long does Justin Fields have to play quarterback? The NFC East, that's a story. Are the Bills going to come back and take over the top of the AFC East? That's another story. The AFC North was garbage last year, and now they finally got rid of their 2 most tenured coaches. Jaguars and Texans, I think Texans will come back and take that lead. Broncos don't have their quarterback. The Chargers are primed to win the AFC West. The Eagles, I don't know how they're 11-6 with all the talent they have. I'm pretty sure it's because of Jalen Hurts. The Bears are not going to repeat at 11-6. Somehow the Packers, Vikings, or Lions, 9-7-1, 9-8, 9-8, they'll come back. The NFC South, Panthers, Bucks, and Falcons all tied at 8-9. Jeez. Seahawks 14-3. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 8-9 next year. And those 2 12-5 teams, the Rams and the Niners, they can easily win the Super Bowl.
I just know this much, Haas, as we're wrapping up to get out of here. Next year is going to be.
You're going to cry about your Bears?
No, I wasn't. That's fine. What? I don't care what you think about the Bears anymore. You didn't believe them all year. It took them to pretty good runs.
They were. Who we thought they were?
No, they weren't. You didn't even think they were a playoff team.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me?
Bears will be back. I'm not sweating about the Bears, but next year will be a lot of fun because there's a lot of unique instances that happen. A lot of teams missing, the usual teams missing from this year's playoffs. Got a lot of movement in the offseason, as well as we still got the draft to figure out what some of these teams decide to do. But yeah, definitely a lot to talk about. We still got an entire offseason to do it. Haas Tabrizi, appreciate you as always. Filling in.
Hey, Harrison.
What's up?
Harrison, you've been cursed.
All right, we're going to wrap it up with Haas Tabrizi. That's going to be the breeze. Harrison Arens on the ones and twos. That was Haas Tabrizi. 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. Don't go anywhere. We got Bill's Thrills coming up next, just here in a little bit. Rudy taking over the board next.